Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. Welcome back to a Division 2 video. The 3 times XP event is live. A lot of new and returning players coming back to the game. Of course, throughout the DLC of Brooklyn. And we can get this 3 times XP all the way up till the 10th of June. You don't have to activate it. It is already active for you. As if we open up our settings, we go to Crossroads, that is the season for now. We can scroll all the way to the back to event, timelines. This will show us the 3 times XP event and we can toggle the event details. If we open it up, you'll see that we have a total of 1,000 levels that we have 3 times XP event for. The multiplier is then of course times 3 and this is still going on for 5 days and 18 hours, like I mentioned, all the way up until the 10th of June. So before we begin, a couple basics. Set your world map or your missions to whatever you like. Because I am on heroic at the moment doesn't mean that you need to play on heroic as well. As we always say, make it efficient for yourself. If you then take a lot longer on heroic, we would recommend you switching it to challenging and then maybe adding some directives to it to still give you some extra XP values. The directives are definitely a good way to up your XP, and if you can handle it, we would recommend to play as much directives as possible on the global settings that you like to play on, and or you can fly through these objectives efficiently. When we confirm the settings, this will of course take a few seconds to adjust, 10 seconds to be exact, and you're ready to start farming some triple XP. And like we all know, there are a couple of ways to get your XP efficiently in. Starting with the priority objectives. This is a new addition to the game, of course, with the new seasons. And you already see that I have one locked. This is a mission in New York, stranded tanker, and the reward gives me 554,000 XP by completing this mission. This is what you want to hunt down for priority objectives. You can do whatever you like. I would recommend you going for strongholds and missions. But if you feel like it getting a little bit too repetitive, go for whatever. You can go for open world stuff. You can even go for PvP. I wouldn't recommend going for the activities within this, as an activity will always be a game mode. Game modes kinda slow you down in the 3 times XP event. So in my humble opinion, if you're gonna hunt down the stuff that you personally want to do throughout our priority objectives, then don't go into activities. What do we want to hunt down on the priority objective? We want to hunt down the reward of XP. Just like you see on the screen right now, Manhattan, New York, stranded tanker, the reward is XP. If I abandon this objective real quick and we can see what else we get, you have 2 things we can choose now. The mission, the first one, reward XP. Second one, stronghold, reward XP. So let's see, we kinda already know what the XP was for the mission stranded tanker. So if we then decrypt this stronghold, you will see we will get 789,000 XP by doing Manning National Zoo stronghold. Again, this is a completion reward, and again, this reward goes times 3. So even if you do this mission, for example on normal, the XP will fall down a little bit as I am on heroic at the moment, and you will raise yourself up with 3 SHD levels by only completing this mission. And then again, everything that you do in the mission will give you extra XP as well, ranking up on a normal one almost 5 to 6 levels. On heroic, with multiple directives, in a stronghold you can almost rank up 12 levels. It is insane. You can do a lot of damage quickly, especially with the one-shot builds that you see me utilizing. So for example, if we now open up our map, we go to Crossroads, we go to our priority objectives again, you see that I now get a reward of 1.6 million of XP. because we went to heroic with an extra 4 directives. So now, if I complete this stronghold, I get 1.6 million or close to 1.6 million XP. What will go times 3? So for me, to finish this stronghold on heroic with 4 directives, it will net me close to 4.5 million XP. That will get us up to 10 SHD levels, and then of course all of the extra XP that you will gain throughout this mission will give you that extra 2 or maybe even 3 levels, bumping you up to 12 to 13 levels by playing this stronghold. And then for the next way to get your XP in efficiently and hella fast, and one of my favorites, and that will be utilizing the open world, especially around the Washington Monument control point. This is located in West Potomac Park, or however you like to pronounce it, and we like to start at Tidal Basin and then just run around and just do all of these objectives around it. What you want to focus on and what are the best ones to do are the public executions. As you see, for me on heroic with 4 directives, it nets me over 460,000 XP. And if you do this quickly, and you can do this quickly, especially with that one-shot build, you can do this in under a minute. This XP again goes times 3, so this nets you a little under 1.4 million XP to SHD levels in under a minute. The other open world activity you want to look out for will be then propaganda broadcast. A little lower on the XP as 434,000, but again, this is also an activity you can do hella fast. Again, this goes times 3, getting you close to that 1.3 million-ish XP, and again, getting you close to those 2 SHD levels, again, in under a minute. These are also combinable throughout our priority objectives. Like I just showed you, go for an open world activity. The higher you are in your difficulty, the more directives that you use, this XP will raise as well. Then you can combine the reward XP of the propaganda broadcast or the public execution with then the reward of the XP that you get from priority objectives, flying you through these SHD levels. And to showcase the build real quick, I like to run around with a rifle determined a one-shot build. I go for 2 pieces of breaking point as that gives me that extra rifle damage. We chose to go for the chest piece of Walker and Harris as that will give us perfect headhunter. The second piece, of course, again from breaking point on my holster, that will activate that extra rifle damage. We go for the knee pads of Fox's sprayers with headshot damage on there, of course for the damage you target out of cover, but also that extra rifle damage. We went for the double Swiadoka to activate the 20% rifle damage and give us the opportunity to look into the named gloves, the Eagle Grasp, for that extra weapon handling. It feels a lot better on a rifle, and this should be headshot damage. I don't know why it's rolled to critical hit chance, but everything that you want to have on this build, you want to have towards weapon handling and headshot damage. The first thing that you want to aim for is 150% headshot damage. And why? This will up our damage output by 450% as it starts at the cap of 800. But if our headshot damage is higher than 150%, the cap will be raised to 1250. That's the first thing that you want to aim for. And then for the weapon, I prefer to use the 1886 damage to target out of cover rolled in there. And then of course go for the talent determined. How do you want to use this? You want to start with a red bar, shoot him in his head. After that, everybody that doesn't wear a helmet will be insta shot to his death. Always start with the red, maybe after that one shot a purple or another red bar to make sure that our chest talent has his full stacks, and then start shooting at an elite. But it should already be working. after you just one-tapped the first red bar. After that, it doesn't matter where you shoot that enemy, and that's why this combination of Headhunter and the combination of Determined is very, very interesting, as if you done your first headshot, the rest can just be in the toe, in the body, wherever. You just need to hit him and everything will be a headshot. And that's pretty much it for me today. That was the build. Those were my favorite ways to get XP. So let me know in the comments down below what you like to play for a build. And are there other ways that you like to prefer to get your XP? I know within Conflict and or in the DZ, the XPs are very, very good as well. But not everybody is comfortable enough to step into the PvP in the game. So again, let me know what your favorite setup and way to get XP is. Thank you very much for sticking until the end. Like the video if you liked the video or helped you out in any way or form. And of course, if you're new here and or you want to be updated by the Division 2, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Pure Prime out.